Welcome to P3, I'm Randall Mark. This is the show that explores the fascinating people, places, and perspectives that make up our world. On today's show, we take you to the Middle East, to the site of one of the most epic battles in ancient history, the place Masada, Israel. This is P3. P3 was recently invited to Israel by Canadian Friends of the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. While there, Ami Dotan, an alumni of the school and a professional tour guide, took us to one of the most amazing places in the entire country. The ancient ruins of Masada were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2001. Perched 1,300 feet high above the Dead Sea, Masada was originally constructed by King Herod as a winter palace, complete with hot baths, libraries, and running water. Later, it became the site of one of the most famous military struggles in history. Here's part one of our journey back in time. Ami, I'm standing in a very, very amazing place. What are these walls and what are their significance?
These walls are the Roman siege camp for the Roman soldiers who wanted to occupy Masada. Now, Masada in Hebrew means the unconquerable fortress, and you can see why as you look up. But the Romans did it, and how they did it, I think we'll be able to see when we get up there.
Wow, I can't wait to experience it. It's blazing hot here right by the Dead Sea, and I'm about to experience one of the most amazing wonders in all of Israel. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so what are we coming into now?
We're coming into the bathhouse. Now, before we talk about the bathhouse, you have to imagine King Herod the Great, okay? Coming not like us with a car from Jerusalem, but 3 days horseback riding or on a camel or walking even, and climbing all the way up to Masada. What does he feel? Exhausted? Dirty? The first thing he wants to do is take a shower, right? Like we would.
Yeah,
but
like
it's a royal shower, right? It's not like what we have in our houses. It's a royal shower. And we'll see the royal shower, which is, in that time, a Roman bathhouse, when you walk inside.
What's stunning me as I'm coming up on top here is here's a king who's built like a winter home on top of an incredible mountain.
He had 7 winter homes like that, all over the Judean desert in this area. He built Caesarea. He built Temple Mount, as we see today. He was a, megalomaniac. He was a huge person, a huge personality. And he was not loved by his people, and he was threatened from the outside as well. So we'll talk about that when we see his palace.
Let's go check out his bathhouse.
Okay.
What are we doing here now?
Actually, what we are seeing now is a dressing room. Okay, so that's King Herod's bathhouse. If you see the walls, okay, you see the stucco, which is the method of imitating marble, if you want. Okay, which made it even more fancy and more grand than the bathhouse was. But if you see at this corner, this already is a part of the second story we are going to talk about. Okay. We won't just mention it, not talk about it now. And I think what we'll do, we'll go to the frigidarium and the tapidarium, which are both here. You know what frigidarium is?
Like a
from English.
Okay.
Frigid.
Where you keep
cold, right?
Okay.
That's it. So you see the frigidarium.
They have that here too.
They have it here, obviously.
So Herod has a hot bath, he has a cold bath, then he has a medium bath. How do you get the water in here?
That's a good question, which we'll answer later.
Okay.
Okay. But what you can see over here, the frigidarium, the cold one, is the smallest one because you don't want to be a long time in the cold one. Yeah. You want to be a very short time. Then you go to the tepid one, and now you go to the hot bath.
Where are we now?
We are in the hot room of the Roman bath. And how does it work? You have an oven on the other side, okay? You asked me where you brought the water from, but where you bring the wood from in order to heat the water is also a good question in the desert. Anyhow, they had an oven over here. The hot air would come under the floor. This is the level of the floor over here. Yeah. It would stand on the pillars. So the hot air would come under the level of the floor, would go up the pipes that you see over here, and heat the whole room.
This is like a steam room.
If you wanted to, you could put water on the floor and you'd have a steam room if you wanted to. It's incredible.
It is.
And now King Herod is fresh, he's clean,
Right.
and he goes to the palace, obviously. Enjoy the
It's-
views, right?
I'm thinking about this as like 20 BC and the level of sophistication to have 3 different baths, a steam room, a palace up on this incredible mountain it
Incredible.
blows my mind. I mean, I've been bugging you. How did they get the water to stay alive up on this place?
It's not only alive, it's for the bathhouse, it's for the palaces, it's for the swimming pools that they had over here. They got the water from down here. Let's go and see it.
Okay, let's check it out. I mean, this is overwhelming how big this cistern is to hold the water that's needed to live up.
It's incredible. And think that this is the one on top of Masada.
Right.
On the slopes, they had a system of about 12 cisterns similar to this one, where the water would get from the flash floods. Sometimes the desert have rain, okay, and it would come from flash floods in the wadis, in the valleys, and with a small aqueduct, take part of the water into the cisterns. When the first one fills up, then the second ones go in turn. But to get it on top, either from the rain that falls over here, sometimes, or by just carrying it up
Like
with
buckets.
donkeys with buckets of water, just pouring everything
It's
in.
unbelievable that you could fill this place up by buckets
And-
with slaves and the manpower it took to dig this out of bedrock just for a king to have his pleasure.
For the king to have his pleasure, then for 1,000 refugees that used
Yeah,
it,
that's right.
and everybody uses the water. And if you look at the walls are plastered,
Yeah.
okay? It's not a natural rock over here.
Right.
They would also plaster the wall so that it doesn't lose a drop
So it doesn't
of
leak
water.
at all.
Exactly.
This really goes to show you at what lengths the Romans went to be able to have the kind of luxury they did on top of this incredible fortress.
Romans are known for that. Like they have aqueducts, they have fountains of water, they have incredible water
Wow,
systems.
this is quite incredible.
And what I like doing here, when I bring people over, I tell them just to be quiet for half a minute. So just listen to the sound of silence. You want to try it?
Okay. I mean, this is an incredible view, and if I was a king, I'd kind of like to be up here. What are we looking at now?
But only after you took the shower.
I've
Remember,
had the bath.
You've had the
the
bath.
steam bath, the cold bath, all that stuff.
Everything. And now you want to have some fresh fruit, fresh vegetable, some wine and raisins. Show off your huge palace to your guests that come from Rome as well. And you'd come over here to the northern palace of Masada. The palace is built of 3 steps, if you like. Like this is the upper one. We have one which is down there,
Right.
and you have the lower one. You can
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
the
pillar
patio.
over
Look
there,
at that.
right?
Yeah, there's a
So
patio
that's
up
an
there.
incredible step. Like there is a description by Josephus Flavius, the historian, that people would be seen up on the top floor, and then suddenly they would be seen down the lower one,
Yeah.
without being seen going through, because they had a staircase which was hidden.
Wow.
Because it was Rome. Everything was grand. Everything was incredible.
It's an incredible story of this king who had this dream of a palace in what it seems like the middle of nowhere, but obviously it was a very strategic place.
It was. We were going to talk about the Jewish rebellion against the Roman Empire, which started in this point in Masada.